Well, the Chiefs' hate is really living now, especially since they're representing for a chance to win a Super Bowl. And some of the hate has gone beyond too far, in my personal opinion. Let's talk football. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast, where sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. After recently, an idiot on the media, or I don't know who this guy is, but he asked Patrick Mahomes a specific question on who his favorite referee was, and then the guy asked on the same guy asked Travis Kelce, would he have rather have Taylor Swift or a phantom 15-yard penalty call? And then also Mad Dog recently spoke out on this situation about what he's mad about in his about the NFL being possibly rigged. And here's what Christopher Mad Dog Russo had to say in response. And I'm going to play the audio, but not the clip, so that way I can avoid copyright. So I'm going to play the audio. Here's what Christopher Mad Dog Russo had to say.
Scott Green, the head of the NFL officials, the union press, basically saying that anybody who thinks there's a conspiracy with the Chiefs and penalty calls and everything else doesn't know they're, fanning from their elbow. I mean, here is the idea that referees are aiding the Chiefs. It's insulting and Scott Green, here's the quote about the fact that, 17 games, all these officiating crews, and the scenario that Kansas City doesn't get a break with the calls. And Goodell said the same thing. Why? What a joke. How can anybody make a big deal about the calls? Well, I'm making a big deal about the calls because I've been following sports like Stevie has, Damien has, for a very long time. A lot longer than Scott Green ever did, and older than Goodell. I've been doing this for 55 years. You want to talk about calls and about the Chiefs getting calls in the postseason? Well, let's take a look at this little graphic as far as Kansas City is concerned. I'll run them by here for you. I don't know. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what the heck. I can't see it from this far. Bottom line is, Kansas City, in their last 9 playoff games, do you know there have been 11 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties called on Kansas City compared to the opponent and only 2 on Kansas City? Did you know the total penalties in their last 9 playoff games are 66 against the opponent and 36 against Kansas City? Did you know that defensive pass interference or holding penalties 11-1? Did you know that their last 11 playoff games, 10 of the 11 times, the opponent has had more penalty yards than the Chiefs, for crying out loud? And you're going to sit there and tell me that the Chiefs, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but if you're Scott Green and you're Goodell, you're going to sit there and tell me that we look at this equally? How could you say that?
Okay, but the question is the Kansas City Chiefs hate going a little too far? So I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. Before we get started, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, let's talk about the Chiefs. The hate on the Chiefs. I think it's gone a little too far because we look at this dynasty, they've done nothing wrong. Now, have a few calls gone in their favor the last 2 games? Absolutely. Some in the Houston Texans game were questionable. Some in the Buffalo Bills game were questionable. Even in the Super Bowl a few years ago between the Eagles and Chiefs were questionable. Totally don't disagree on any of that. But were they the New England Patriots that had the Deflate Gate and the Spy Gate? Last I checked, me personally, I didn't see the Chiefs do any Spy Gate. I didn't see the Chiefs do a Deflate Gate. If there's one team I'd hate more than the Chiefs, it's the Patriots. When Tom Brady was there, he was the most hated man in the entire NFL. He was the most hated guy. And now we're suddenly shifting that over to the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. This is a guy that has shown up every opportunity he gets. And we're really going to throw that out the window just to hate on him? I get where people are coming from on the hate of this team. I absolutely get it. Some calls in their favor have gone their way. Totally agree on that. But When are we going to start looking that the Chiefs are not the Patriots? The Kansas City Chiefs were not the Patriots. They don't have a deflate gate going on. They don't have a spy gate. Last time I checked, Tom Brady had to use witchcraft to win a Super Bowl a few years ago, but that's another story for another day. My point being, the Chiefs don't deserve this hate because they haven't won 6 Super Bowl rings yet. They have not won 6. Now, are they close to that marker? Yes. But we're looking at history right now. Something a team that has never done. A three-peat. Something that a team has never done. And we're really going to hate this team because they get so many good calls. I agree on some of the calls in the games. I went over this when I was talking about the Bills game in the AFC Championship game. I talked about this. If you want to go check that out, I'll have that link in the description. My point is, the Chiefs aren't the New England Patriots from the 2020s to 2020. They aren't the Patriots. They aren't Tom Brady. Brady was a whole nother monster. I would hate on that brother all day. I would hate on that man all day if I had the opportunity. But Kansas City, the reason I respect them is because of Mahomes. He gives credit to some of the teams that they face. He gives credit where it's due. He's been 8 straight title games, 5 of them of which has led to Super Bowl appearances. He's won the division every single year he's been in the NFL. Now, for teams that would probably hate on him, probably be the Broncos, probably be the Raiders, probably be the Chargers, probably be the Bills, probably be the Ravens, not the Bengals because they've already beaten them in the playoffs. If you're going to talk smack about this team, the Kansas City Chiefs, then actually do a favor. Go and beat them, why don't you? The Bills had a chance to beat them with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game. What did Josh Allen do on that last drive? Wetted the bed.
You were right about one thing. This ends now.
Now, I looked to mainly the defense because they had a chance to stop Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes will do Patrick Mahomes like things. This is Josh Allen has the ball in his hands with a chance to either tie the game or take the lead. What did Josh Allen do on that last 4th down and 5 play? Threw a pass down the field, which Kincaid dropped. Now, if he made that catch, probably goes strong down the field to tie the ball game. But the thing is, the Chiefs are a good team. There's no disrespecting this team. I'm not disrespecting this team at all. They are simply winners. It is who the Chiefs are. And until somebody goes into Arrowhead from the AFC, until someone goes neck to neck with the Kansas City Chiefs and goes in there and beats them, there is going to be a constant chip on their shoulder saying that the Chiefs are the villain. I would say look at the other villains around the league right now. Nick Bosa is a villain. The 49ers are villains. We look at some other teams around the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers are villains with guys like James Harrison and also along with Troy Polamalu. And then with Cincinnati, they guy was perfect. Montez Perfect. Look at those names. Look them up, people. Look them up. Even some people looked at Terrell Owens as a villain. But my point is, Patrick Mahomes has proven every doubter wrong. If we keep hating on this Chiefs team, it's only going to fuel their success. It's only going to fuel them. It's going to fuel them to go out there and four-peat. It's going to fuel them. So if you're another fan of an NFL team, I would say this. Take easy on the hate. Take it easy. Because if you give out hate to the Chiefs, it's only going to fuel them to three-peat and maybe possibly four-peat. Who knows? The thing I get most stressed out of, most confused about, and most ticked off about is the hate that we constantly drive to this team. The calls. the officiating. If you want to determine the ball, the game of the if you want to determine the fate of the game in your hands, Josh Allen had that chance. He couldn't do it. The Chiefs are going to win regardless. They are going to have haters, and that's only going to fuel them to win another championship. It's only going to fuel them. So we got to stop with the hate for now until they fall off. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think the Chiefs' hate is respectable? Let me know why or why not down in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree with my points, and if you don't, give me an explanation. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.